Yeah, I didn't sleep a wink last night. Oh, we're live.
Ooh. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the I'm a Statman episode with me, Mad Adam, and the man himself, Mr. Andrew Stats Dolan. How we doing, pal? You all right?
Very well, very well. It's been a long time coming this day, hasn't it? Since that day against Huddersfield Town at Ellen Road on March the 7th, 2020. Nobody knew kind of what lay ahead with the pandemic, with COVID and what have you. And can't believe it's been nearly 18 months since we've all been Ellen. I know we had 8,000 against West Bromwich back in the last season, but this feels like we're all back in the stadium. And can't wait. It's going to be a tremendous atmosphere. It's going to be a hell of a day with pure emotion. We'll touch on that shortly with the players that have sadly passed away. But yeah, it's a day that I think everybody collectively, Leeds United, is really looking forward to.
I think so. I think everybody it's like Christmas, isn't it? You know, full Elland Road.
Yes.
And against a good team as well. I think we're gonna have to put on a show today.
Touch
on that.
It's interesting. I was just speaking to Gilly just prior to coming in, and we said that after last week, I think they just need a performance just to set everybody's down. Because if you read social media after last weekend's defeat at Old Trafford, it's all doom and gloom. I think you've got to put into perspective. It's one game. It's one game at the start of the season. Man United were brilliant last week. Take nothing away from them. Leeds were lacking two of the most influential players in Calvin and Diego Llorente. So take those two out of the team. You are going to struggle. And when you're playing against the likes of Paul Pogba and Bruno Fernandes, they are two world-class players. So they've just got to put it down to it and hopefully put in a performance against Everton this afternoon.
Yeah. What I've not seen the prediction league this week. What are you going for?
I plumped for a 2-1 Leeds win. I went for Desmond last week. So I'm quietly confident today that we'll get the result. I think with all that's going on around the ground and with the tributes to the players that are sadly no longer with us, I think it's just set up, Adam, for a Leeds win today. And hopefully I'm right, and hopefully the season gets going today. Before I know I've got to midweek, but before the trip to Turf Moor next Saturday.
Yeah. So what's the team news? What do you know that I don't know?
Well, just going by Marcelo's presser earlier in the week, it says that Calvin is getting closer. Llorente needs another week. So if anything, I'm guessing if Phillips starts, it'll be in place for Robin Koch. But other than that, they might go unchanged as it did against Man United last Saturday. But Everton, different proposition. Started off with a victory over Southampton last week. Have made a couple of really good signings in the likes of Andros Townsend, who, of course, had a spell at Leeds United as well. So, yeah, it's an opportunity just to get the game, get the season going. And I think the difference this week is you have 36,000 Leeds United fans. My God, they'll make a difference. They will make some noise. And when that team walks out at 5-3 this afternoon, geez, it's going to be crazy. And it's a moment we've all waited for I think it was 72 weeks since the Huddersfield time. It's mental, all that's happened. I've been in 3 different jobs in 72 weeks. So it's crazy, isn't it, what's happened with the pandemic since April 2020. But here we are, we go again. And I think everybody's looking forward. You can probably tell in my voice the excitement that we're all really, really buzzing and raring to go this afternoon.
Definitely. I think 5-3 is going to be the only time in the whole history of Leeds United where the concourse is going to be empty and you can actually get a pint.
Yeah. And of course, with the sad tributes as well to the likes of Peter Lorimer, Norman Hunter, Trevor Cherry, Mick Bates, Jack Charlton, Alex Sabea, Frank Worthington, even Marisal Lucas as well, who sadly passed away during the pandemic as well. So, I think I've just put on my Twitter between those players, the aforementioned players, 3,395 appearances, 471 goals. That's incredible. Now, I can hear a little bit of beer. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know if that's... You hear that?
No.
That must be just me then. Oh, it's gone. It's gone. Don't know where that
There
came
we go.
from. But yeah, 3,395 appearances, 471 goals between them all. So yeah, it's going to be an emotional filled afternoon, and also it should be a celebration of these players' lives, especially Peter Lorimer. Not taking anything away from the players who lost as well, but Lash, the record goal scorer as well. And I think, especially for Norman Hunter, who I usually sit next to on the press gantry, it'd be very strange not seeing him bang the table in defiance this season. Be a very sad moment as well. And I'm sure there won't be a dry eye in the house come 5-3, Adam.
No, I think you're absolutely right. And for everybody that is going and is lucky enough to get a ticket today, get behind the boys. And last week was a piss poor performance, let's be honest. But let's get behind it. Let's give everybody the send off and welcome football back. We're in a privileged position that we're still in, and they're able to celebrate Leeds United in the Premiership. So no negativity from everybody.
No, none at all.
Enjoy it
none at all.
And right. So what have you got for me? Because this is my favourite bit. This is what I tune in for every week. It's the stats.
I like to look at the opponent who we've got coming up, and I like to do a bit of research sort of on the Monday beforehand. And I've come up with 3 or 4 things today. Should Matthias Klick be involved, I'm guessing he will start. He will draw level with Sam Byram on 112 appearances for Leeds United. Liam Cooper will jump into the top 50 of all-time appearance makers for the Whites with his 226th game. He's also 25 games away from captaining the side in 200 games, which is absolutely crazy considering the longevity that he's been here as well. He's been an absolute legend as Liam Cooper. I've got so much time for him. I've got so much respect for him for what he's been through and the journey he's been on, because he gets a lot of unfair criticism from my perspective. He's the captain that took us to the Premier League as well. So, yeah, absolutely delighted for Coops. Also, it's been 6,531 days since Leeds United last won a home Premier League game at 3 o'clock on a Saturday. That came against Blackburn Rovers when they won 2-1. And the goal scorer that day was a brace from Seth Johnson. And it also proved to be Peter Reid's last win as Leeds United manager. And finally, for me, Everton haven't won a Saturday 3 o'clock game at Ellen Road in the league since September the 1st, 1951. So I'm hoping that record carries on this afternoon. So a few little different ones. I like to look at different things and not just the ordinary ones like Everton have done this, Leeds have done that. And also Leeds have only lost their opening Premier League home game once in 13 seasons. That was actually back yesterday on the 20th of August, 1996, on a rainy, soaked, and the same conditions today, soaked afternoon, or soaked evening, should I say, in Sheffield Wednesday, when Richie Humphries and Andy Booth got the goals. That day, Ian Rush hit the post, Lee Sharp hit the crossbar, and Mark Tinkler had a goal disallowed. So there you go. There's a few stats to get yourself into ahead of Everton this afternoon.
There you go. I remember. Now, do I remember this correctly, Stats? When Everton won the FA Cup, is it 95, I believe it was?
I think you're thinking of 85, 95, yes. They won the final at Ellen Road.
At Ellen Road, wasn't it? They beat Tottenham 4-1.
They did indeed. And goal scorers that day were Matt Jackson, Graham Stewart, and a brace from a Nigerian striker called Daniel Amakachi, who had caught the eye of Joe. Oh, actually, it wasn't Joe Roll. It was the previous manager, Mike Walker, at the World Cup in '94 when Nigeria sort of took everybody's breath away. And I think there was a bit of crowd trouble at that game as well. But Everton won that, and it going back 10 years prior when Everton last won the cup. Last in the cup final before 1995. So I'll start again. Everton won the cup final in '85. They actually beat Leeds 2-0 at Ellen Road on a Friday night on a game on the BBC back, I think, January the 4th, 1985. I want to say Graham Sharp and Kevin Sheedy got the goals, I think one from a penalty, and they got to the cup final. Then they obviously lost to Man United in 1985. And a little stat for you, Peter Willis, who's sadly no longer with us, sent off the first ever player in an FA Cup final in Kevin Moran. Man United still went on to win the FA Cup thanks to a goal, I think, from Norman Whiteside. So lots to get into, lots of Leeds Everton links there.
Yeah, and talking of links, I was having a little think about this morning. Players who have done both. We'll go Premier League era.
Okay, I have got quite a few. We'll start off with Nigel Martin, of course, who played for both Leeds and Everton. Jermaine Beckford, who left Leeds on a free transfer to join the Toffeemen at the end of 2009-2010 season. The late, great Gary Speed, of course, left Leeds to go to Everton in the summer of 1996. Danny Kedamarchi, who actually played one game for Leeds United. He had his breakthrough with Everton back in season 97-98. He scored in the Merseyside derby for Everton, 2-0 victory in season 97-98. Andros Townsend, of course, is there now. Fabian Delph, as the Leeds fans used to call the East Stand the Fabian Delph stand in the days of Ken Bates. John Oster, who signed, I think, for Everton, I think from Grimsby in 96, near the end of 97 season, had a brief spell at Ellen Road in 2004-5. I've got quite a few more. Aaron Lennon, obviously had both spells. Nicky Barmby, who actually caused controversy by going from Everton to Liverpool, and then obviously Liverpool, I think, to Leeds in the summer of 2002. Adam Forshaw, amazingly, played one game for Everton in the League Cup. And then I've got a couple more. Duncan McKenzie, Olivier Decor, Bobby Collins, Ian Snodin, and Imre Verardi. So there's plenty of you to get involved with. I think there's about 12 or 13 there.
Some absolute legends in there, isn't there?
Some absolute legends in there. So yeah, I like to do my research, and I don't know if we're doing one for Crewe next week, but there's 3 or 4 players that have amazingly played for both Leeds and Crewe Alexandra.
Is there really?
There is.
I can only think of, off the top of my head, I can think of Rob Hulls.
Seth Johnson,
yeah, of course.
Started his career at I think he started his career at Crewe, and the only one I can think of at the moment, I'll probably have to go and do a bit of research, is Jermaine Wright, who had a spell at Gresty Road as well. So there's a few to look into for that for Tuesday, but I don't want to spoil it. But get your thinking caps on.
Was it Jermaine Wright who's got our fastest ever goal?
It was Jermaine Wright. It's got Luke Murphy, another one. Absolutely, Luke Murphy. Jermaine Wright did score our fastest ever goal against Burnley on November the 2nd, 2004. I'm not looking at anything, I'm literally doing this on top of my head. After 10 seconds, Leeds kicked off against Burnley, ball down the left-hand side, flick on, I think, from Brian Dean, and Jermaine Wright got an end of it, and that was about the only positive that night, because Leeds got beat 2-1, thanks to Robbie Blake inspired Burnley, and then Robbie Blake was soon to sign for Leeds at the end of that season. So, yes, plenty to get into. But, yeah, let's have your suggestions if you can think of any more. We've got 4 there for Leeds and Crewe. Of course, it's the Luke Murphy derby, shall we say, on Tuesday night. So, very much looking forward to seeing what team Marcelo puts out against the Railwaymen on Tuesday night.
Yeah, 100%. I'm looking forward to potentially having a pint with you as well, mate. I think there's a few.
Yes, I shall be there. There or thereabouts. And it'll be good to see. So I think I'm guessing it'll play some of the youngsters as well on Tuesday night, for possibly the likes of Joe Geldar, Cody Drama, Trenso Somerville as well, Amari Miller, Bates as well, Salou Bates as well. So I've been interested to see what team we put out. But that's for another day. First and foremost, Everton this afternoon, and yeah, let's go for it. Let's get down to Ellen Road. Let's get singing from the rafters. Perfect. Right, mate. Enjoy. I know. What are you doing at the game? Are you doing any comms today? No, just there today as a fan. I'm there for comms on Tuesday night for the Crewe game, and then we've got Burnley a week on Sunday, and then we've got an international break already. They come around these international breaks either before you know it. And then we've got a nice quiet fixture against Liverpool at Ellen Road. But lots to go, lots to get your teeth into. But first of all, Merseyside rivals Everton at Ellen Road, 3 p.m. kickoff. Let's go. Enjoy it today, mate. Stay safe, and I'll see you on Tuesday. Look forward to it. Cheers, buddy. Cheers, Take care. Ta-ra, guys. Bye-bye.